Hello, we are back.
Hi everyone. Hi Deb.
Hi, Chris. Christopher. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Christie Brinkley.
So continuing on
Married
with our
at the time?
yes, continuing on with our series of musicians and artists and people that I came across back in the 80s and the 90s.
Chris and his brushes with fame.
Yeah, Billy Joel. Number of tours that he came to Australia, and I worked with him and the band lots of times.
What year do you reckon this one would have been?
I don't know. It's late 80s, I'm thinking. He's married to Christie Brinkley at the time, and I now have to look after her. So I spend my nights...
What a bummer.
Every night, yes, every day and every night, spending time with Christie Brinkley. And back then, I mean, you know, she's a supermodel at the peak of her beauty, late 80s, and she is like this Amazon, like she's 6'1".
6 foot fucking one.
I'm looking
Not
up.
just 6'1".
6 foot.
Well, you're what are you? 6
foot.
6 foot.
She's
Oh, so
tall.
you were looking up.
She's taller than me, and you know, this blonde supermodel.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And so we've got a roped off area. We're sitting in the crowd, in a roped off area, watching Billy in concert. And so you're walking through. I'm walking from backstage through the crowd with this supermodel.
Was she nice?
And she was lovely, really nice, really down to earth. She was lovely. She was worried, and that particular tour, there were big problems with the band and some of the crew, not necessarily all the band, but some of the band were heavily into doing drugs, cocaine in particular. And so there were some big issues with the band not being in the best state to play. I guess you would never have known though. I mean, the concerts were amazing, but she was really disturbed by that and the prospect that perhaps Billy could be
Not influenced.
influenced.
Oh, really?
Yes. Which was a big thing in those days too for a lot of the bands. I remember when Eric Clapton came out, and he was coming off hard drugs, heroin, and the band, his entire band, is all on it. Hardcore drugs, and we weren't allowed to let Eric go anywhere near the band unless they were on stage playing a concert. Once they were off stage, backstage, he wasn't allowed to see them, wasn't allowed to go near them, could never go in so he had his own dressing room, and the band's got one room between a lot of them, really. And he wasn't allowed in there because they're just in there fucking shooting up and snorting coke and doing heroin and all sorts of things, and he's an addict. And so the biggest job with him was keeping him and the band away. And so Christie Brinkley was the same deal, wanting Billy not to go anywhere near half the band because of her fear that he'll get caught up in it and start doing drugs.
Right. Wow.
Because half the band's doing drugs, the crew, when I say crew, so then you've got other people that come with them on tour.
Lighting and sound.
Well, not so much the lighting and sound, because they just will be local people at wherever the venue is.
Okay.
But they've got their entourage with hairdressers and makeup people and personal assistants and sometimes chefs and accountants and lawyers. And so there's a whole tribe of people. And a lot of the crew were doing drugs. And so Christie Brinkley, but she was really down to earth, beautiful. You know, she was the uptown girl. Billy wrote the song about her.
Yeah, and it's all about soul, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
They sadly didn't didn't
They
stay
were together for a long time.
Yeah, and they had a daughter.
Yep.
The sad part is, I mean, Christie Brinkley, one of the most beautiful women ever, gorgeous face, 6 foot tall, 6'1", natural blonde, blue-eyed. The daughter,
Looked
spitting
like
image of
Billy
Billy Joel. And got those big,
dark, yeah.
the big eyes, like the ping pong ball eyes.
Was it
And
Alira Ray
Alexa. Alexa Ray.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, the daughter's a spitting image of Billy Joel, and you're like, she must look at her mum and dad and go, you bastard.
Dominant genes.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. So Christie Brinkley, nice, down to earth.
Yeah, great. Thumbs up for Christie Brinkley. Yeah, at that particular time and in all my dealings with her, she was just wonderful. Yeah, great.
That's nice. Maybe they didn't end up lasting because Billy did succumb to the drugs, or maybe. Who knows?
Might have been a drink with him in the end, but yeah.
Okay, cool. There you go. Billy Joel, Christie Brinkley.
There you go.